Hey, thanks for joining me, Travis from the Knife Joker. Today we're going to take a look at 4 versions of this new model from Pena knives, the Micro Apache front flipper. Here's one here in hand, that green micarta Micro Apache front flipper. Of course, these knives designed by Pena and manufactured by Riot Knives. This knife based on the larger size of the Apache. This is the Micro Apache 2-inch blade, a 3-inch handle, making it a 5-inch knife overall. Boy, oh boy, I like smaller knives, larger knives usually if you watch the channel. And these smaller knives coming out, I thought, oh my gosh, so small. The second I handled one, changed my whole take on this knife. Just so quality, just like pretty much every Riot product they make. Almost every single one I've ever handled. Kind of blows your mind. Just works so well. Easy to use with the thumb. Easy to use. Kind of like as a regular rear flipper. If you like to use your index finger. I know some front flippers are not index finger friendly. Of course, these Pena X series are one of the beauties of his front flipper design. So easy and fun to actually open and close. You can see that satin hand grind there on the Bowler M390. That jimping just done so well, so clean, so consistent. Of course, this little frame lock, bolster lock, whatever you want to call it, there is a small steel insert in there. You can see that ceramic ball just barely sitting there. Try to zoom in. There is a steel insert in there. You can see it there. Steel on steel for the lockup. Let's see what this 2-inch blade looks like inside this 3-inch handle. See if it looks super short or something. No. It was just maybe a consideration. Was this going to look funny? I guess, from here to there is about 2 inches. Let's check it out. They said 2 inches. Let's just see. I'm sure it is. Yeah, that's actually the cutting edge, just under 2 inches from there. See that 5-inch knife overall, I guess. And yeah, right in that 5-inch range for sure. I'll not watch what I'm doing. And I think these things weigh just under 2 ounces. Check them out here. Yeah, about 1.9 ounces. So 2-inch blade, 2 ounces or so to speak. Got that natural micarta, brown micarta. I think they're calling it natural. Got that green micarta. This time, also that black micarta. Oh, Riot does such a great job with these. And I love Riot. There's that marble carbon fiber. If you've handled a Riot, you should know why. You can just feel the quality. And, well, one thought, these smaller knives, I think they're $274, which I do believe was the same price as the larger version. And I guess the thought crossed my mind, why would it be just as much as the larger version? And, well, I mean, that thought pretty much went right out of my head as soon as I handled one. But yeah, looking at it online, knowing they're coming out, thinking, man, that's the same price as the big one, and handled it, seeing it, and I thought, wow, probably just took just as long to make this, obviously, as the larger version. I mean, how much material price did they save? A couple bucks, probably. So, I don't know. He could have priced it $8 less or something, but it would just seem so weird. And if you follow the Pena X series, I think they're almost always $274, whether it's the micarta or the carbon fiber. And technically, I'm sure these cost $1 or $2 or $3 different, but he doesn't confuse anybody with a bunch of, 280 and 274 and all these different numbers. They're just, I think they're just all 274. So yeah, if you do get a handle one of these, if you're lucky enough to actually get a handle one of these, I think you'll realize immediately it's an awesome little knife. I do believe the little knives are, well, I've been told by some makers, sometimes harder to make, actually, than the bigger one. Still like it like that. It's the same clip as before, but like that, shape of that clip. And also here on these Riot made knives, one of the things to look at, and why are they $274 or whatever? Why are they praised as such high quality? With those screws, I guess I pointed out maybe one other time. Those screws are so well made, polished on the edge, and so sharp inside. The depth they're put in at is the same depth. Pretty much made to the specs, just like Enrique was going to make it. I don't think he would settle for anything less than perfection, or at least darn near perfection for a production knife. So yeah, these should be coming out tomorrow. What is it? April 22nd, 2022. Just came out of the blue just a couple days ago. And here they are. Keep showing that brown one. Well, my hand's getting sweaty. Might suck my sweat up. Yeah, it's that raw micarta still. It's sanded down. Not super rough, but not oiled or anything. So yeah, if you get oil in there, sweat, water. Oh, well, that's how I told you. My finger's getting a little sweaty. And even as I'm talking, you can see it already evaporating off. So no big deal. Just a little sweat. That black micarta. Which color is your favorite? You could tell me in the comments. Or if they're not making the correct version, maybe they should have made that titanium jigged version. Which they didn't, so. Which version is your favorite version, or which one were you hoping for? Well, just to finish up, let's do a couple of side-by-sides. That Spyderco Native. Of course it's bigger. I mean, it's bigger than 2 inches, so just put them side-by-side there. The Native. Why did I bring out such a big knife? Here's a little Native. Get that black. The black next to the black. You can see that little Native making this micro Apache look pretty small. That little Native being a huge knife compared to the micro Apache. Just for grins, bring out that Spyderco Grasshopper. and just check one of these grasshoppers out next to the micro Apache. You can see they're actually darn near the same size overall. The grasshopper is actually a little more blade. Completely different knives here. Slip it and a frame lock flipper, but similar in size. For grins, funny to look at. And the last comparison I think I'm gonna do probably be this battery, this AA battery. Put that battery there. See what that looks like next to the battery. Yeah, it's a lot bigger than the battery, but it's funny comparing the knife to a battery. Hope you enjoyed this overall look at the brand new, just now coming out, new model from Pena X Series knives. That micro Apache front flipper. Coming out tomorrow. Usually these things go pretty quick, so good luck. Really cool pieces. See you next time.